Hello everyone and welcome to today's discussion on Introduction to Poultry Production. I'm thrilled to dive into this fascinating topic and shed some light on the world of poultry farming and how it can bring a financial relief to young entrepreneurs. Because, life is all about money and poultry production is actually one of the best options, especially in Africa. Generally, poultry production plays a vital role in the global food industry, providing us with eggs, meat, and other poultry products that are staples in many diets around the world. But most importantly, it is one of the pillars that supports many countries' GDP. But what exactly is poultry production? What are the reasons for choosing it over other sectors? We will go through this too in this session. Here are some of the definitions of the terms you might encounter through this session. So if you don't understand or if you don't know something, just come back to this section and you get what you are looking for. Anyway, at its core, poultry production involves breeding, rearing, and management of domesticated birds such as chickens, turkeys, ducks, and geese for the purpose of meat, eggs, feathers, or other byproducts. Roughly, general trends shows that the most consumed meat in this world is chicken, followed by ducks, goose, turkey, and pigeons. But of course, it varies with location and also with culture. In this session, we are going to focus on chickens, mainly for meat production and egg production. Mind you, the main aim of this session is to nourish you with data so that you can start your own poultry business and to remove this confusion that you have, especially on which sector I should choose. Let's start with the well-known breeds in these sectors, then later we'll look at the factors that determine your choice amongst them so that you can achieve your desired financial goal. In meat production, the most common breeds for the meat production, especially in the southern part of Africa, are Ross, Cobb, Hubbard, Arbo Acros, and Hybro. Ross and Cobb being the most common ones, specifically Ross 308 and Cobb 500 strains, because that is also the most common ones in Zimbabwe. Interestingly, according to the producer, Cobb 500 provides unparalleled sustainability and uniformity, exceptional feed efficiency, and outstanding growth rate, which is something that we are looking for. You wouldn't want a significant weight variation at harvest, as this may affect your profit on the market. Let me also summarize a bit about this other breed, so-called Ross 308. This is a specific breed of broiler chicken developed by Aviagen. It is known for its rapid growth rate, efficiency in converting feed to meat, and overall performance in commercial poultry production. Here are some advantages associated with Ross 308 breed. On the top list is a fast growth rate, high feed efficiency, uniformity, high meat yield, and the fact that they produces a high number of eggs combined with good hatchability. So it is quite a good option, especially if you're planning for hatchery business. Honestly, both these breeds possesses similar characteristics, as most factors are determined by the feed quality and management of the chickens. At around 5 to 6 weeks, they are ready for the market. So fast, right? Yeah, but the taste won't be good as of roadrunners because of this rapid growth factor. For egg production, the most common ones are Highland and Norwegian Brown. These chickens were bred primarily for their high egg laying capabilities. They are known for consistently producing a large number of eggs over their laying cycle. And this makes them the most popular choices for commercial egg production operations. On average, Norwegian brown hens are capable of laying approximately 395 eggs in 72 weeks under optimal conditions. Mind you, the rate at which they lay eggs is also determined by your handling of the batch. Then, Highland hen can lay approximately more than 480 eggs in 100 weeks under optimal conditions. However, these numbers can fluctuate based on individual variations within the flock, as well as factors such as age, health, and environmental stresses. Most importantly, what determines the growth rate and successful results in chicken production is feed quality, the way of feeding, and bird stress level. A lot of people don't take this serious, but the stress that is caused during transportation, poor management practices like dirty areas without bedding, and also noises stimulates the stress hormone called cortisol. This hormone affects the growth rate through the inhibition of growth-promoting hormones such as growth hormone and insulin like growth factor 1. These hormones are essential for promoting growth and development in chickens. Not only that, elevated cortisol levels can also lead to the breakdown of muscle tissue through a process called proteolysis. This results in decreased muscle mass and can impair the growth rate of chickens, so the result is an unhealthy chicken. Going to this question, why would someone choose poultry over other production sectors? Here are the 5 reasons of selecting poultry production. The first one is environmental efficiency. Poultry farming has a smaller environmental footprint compared to beef, dairy, or pig farming due to lower resources requirements. Secondly, a faster turnaround. Chickens reach market weight quickly, allowing for faster production cycles and returns on investment. Thirdly, lower initial investment. Setting up a poultry operation requires less capital compared to other types of livestock farming and making it more accessible to small-scale farmers. And also the fourth one, scalability. Poultry farming offers flexibility in scale, accommodating both backyard operations and large commercial ventures. Then the last one, a diverse market opportunities. Poultry products such as eggs and meat have diverse market uses, providing multiple revenue streams for producers. And finally, factors that determine what to do in poultry production now is not only the capital you have, but also the knowledge you have, especially on these factors. For example, the market demand. This goes about a deep research about the competition you have in the market you are going to venture into, and also the target market you have and their ability to purchase your products. Then also, available resources, which involves land and structure. This one you are going to get it in more details. For example, you can choose layers when you have less land and introduce battery cage system, which isn't favorable for broilers. You also must look at the production cycle length. Layers take 18 to 22 weeks to start laying eggs, but then you will be getting eggs for 72 weeks till they become off layers. And broilers, already I've mentioned it previously. I've had this experience with layers. Now, layers you can take them as day-old chicks or maybe point of layers. And it is more difficult to keep them from day one as you need to follow the vaccination program carefully, otherwise they will all die. I'll be glad to hear also the experiences that you got, but as for me, 5 years ago, a lot of them died just because we didn't follow the vaccination routine. So most farmers take them as point of layers, but the price per chicken now will be a bit high. Then lastly, you also have to look at the market access and distribution channels. Now, this is in order to avoid keeping your chickens after they have matured already. And also the risk management factor needs to be put in consideration. We have a general factor called weather. Now, for example, if you start broilers in hot areas, the mortality rate will be definitely higher than layers if you don't have ventilation because of their body mass and fat content. So these are some of the factors to consider, especially when you're starting the poultry business production. On the next video, we are going to look deeper in understanding poultry housing and equipment. So don't forget to subscribe and share to your friends to support our platform. See you once again.